Hi again. My name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller. Let me go down here real quick. Yeah. And today I'm going to be doing the second half of my What Sold video, which will be for last weekend, Friday through Sunday, February 28th through March 2nd. And Sunday, I think, is when I changed my promoted listing fees back up to where I had them, and my sales have started to even out. Sunday was actually really good, above average. So I'm happy. I'm hoping that this continues. Yesterday was an excellent day also for me. So, hopefully I'm going to at least get average and then, sprinkle in some above averages. But yeah, I've got some really nice things to get listed here. So I'm hoping I'm going to have a really big spike in sales anyway because of all of the great stuff that we've been sourcing from estate sales. And we're going to be doing a haul video probably right after this, and it'll be out next week showing you what we did. Pretty amazing stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I had 2 sales on Etsy and the rest were on eBay. Let me show you what sold. First thing on Etsy was this Gund White Rabbit plush from 1982. It sold for $22.45. And then this might be my highest dollar sell for the weekend, and it was on Etsy. It was this Kinder Gund Brown Bear plush with a rattle from 1986, and it sold for $62.95. Then eBay sold a wide variety of things. Had a really big surprise sell in this that I didn't realize what I had at the moment when I picked it up, and it ended up being very, very good. First thing though was these Dickies men's carpenter jeans. Been listed about 6 months. Took an offer of $13 to make them gone. If you're new to my channel, this is just what it sold for. The buyer does pay shipping also. All right, this was a very quick sell. I think this was a men's pickup from our last trip. Fisher-Price Puffalump Kids doll. She had some condition issues. Even after I washed her, some of the stains did not come out. But she still sold very quickly, $26.95. She was probably 50 or 60 cents if you think about the weights that we pay at the bins when we pick these up. These were some Wrangler men's jeans, and again, they took about 5 months to sell, $18.70. Nightmare Before Christmas Oogie Boogie figure probably was a bins pickup, and it sold for $8.16, but not bad for a little 2.5-inch figure. Disney Toy Story Woody plush sold for $10. I think I'm going to start backing off on Toy Story. They just don't seem to sell very well for me. Maybe in lots they would do good, and maybe that's something I'll consider. I'll go in and check my active listings, see what I have that's Toy Story plush, and maybe make a lot. This last 2 days, I've been combining little people into large lots. I was doing small lots of them, some of them singles, pairs, 3, maybe 4, but I'm doing like lots of 12 right now to see what happens.
I'm not tripping them over them on the floor so much today.
Nope, I've got my last pile that I need to work on right there. All right, Build-A-Bear Mini Gray Elephant Plush sold for $13.45. Nolan Ryan Orange and Blue Bear Plush. I'm trying to remember. I think these were all from the high bid estate sale that I did years and years ago. They don't sell well. They took forever to sell. I think what I ended up doing was splitting up some of the bears and making lots. And this finally sold $16.95. Not something that I would pick up. Aurora Corgi Dog Plush from 2020 sold for $17.95. Robert picked these up at an estate sale. Picked up just a pile of these music books. I think we paid $1 each for them. This might be the last one. But this Leonard Skinner all-time greatest hits sold for $17.95. These are in rough, destroyed condition. Listed them in January and they've already sold. These are American Eagle women's jeans, high-rise jeggings, $15.01.
She gives me the stink eye every time I buy a pair of them.
I'm looking through them to make sure, give a second eyeball on condition, if there's any stains we're not seeing. And every time I see them, I'm like, why? Why? And then they sell.
$15, that's why.
$15. All right. Picked up a bunch of Terry Lee dolls last year. Listed the dolls right away. I think I've sold the baby, but I haven't sold the 2 dolls themselves. I've got them listed high. I'm going to wait for a little while longer. But I picked up bags full of dresses. They had a smell about them, like they had been stored forever. So I put them in the freezer and forgot them for several months. Got them out. Then I just kind of laid them out and let them air dry a little bit longer. And they seemed fine. So I've been picking up a few of the dresses. I think what I've got left, I've got to determine if they're the baby Linda clothes, because some of them seem really small, or are they for these dolls? Very few of them were tagged Terry Lee, so I've just been listing them 16-inch made for Terry Lee dolls. I've not had any issues with that yet because they were made for those dolls. And this dress, even with the stain on the back, sold for $22.45. I'm getting like $20 to $25 for each one that I have listed so far. I went to end this because I found a piglet, and then this sold before I could. The piglet was like Easter themed, like the rabbit here. It sold, so I've got him listed with something else. But this was Winnie the Pooh and Eeyore, sold for an offer of $10. Kohl's, if you give a pig a pancake plush, sold for $15. There's a couple of different ones that are Kohl's. They look different. They're a different kind of fabric. Just keep that in your mind. This one seems to do a little bit better, and it sold very quickly.
I felt like a pig eating a pancake the other night. Because
Why?
we made fried chicken. Well, Daniel and Janai made fried chicken. Rebel made pancakes to go with them. Oh, it was so good.
It was good. I didn't mix. I don't mix the chicken and the pancakes. Around here, chicken waffles are a big thing.
I mixed, threw that piece of fried chicken right on top of the pancake, smothered it in syrup, and went on the way. But I'm trying to get them to use more. I'm trying to get them to use more ingredients and fewer boxes around here. And so I opted not to buy the Bisquick mix like we used to get, and Rebel made them out of regular
Scratch.
Just made them from scratch, and I said, you need to use that bottle of heavy whipping cream in the fridge instead of milk, and ooh, they were so good.
Very, very good. I've made them again since, just
Yes.
for breakfast.
Very, very good stuff. So
Yep.
be unhealthy, put the heavy whipping cream in your pancakes, and put a piece of fried chicken on top.
Yep.
Wait, without the bone in it, of course.
Yeah. All right. I don't remember where we picked this up, but it was sealed, so it was an easy thing to get listed because we didn't have to put it together. National Parks Jigsaw Puzzle, sold for $11. Christmas Around the World, little brass holiday candle holder, sold for $11.66. I like Christmas Around the World, House of Lloyd. Anytime I see it, I'll tend to look them up. There was a time when I used to pick them up anytime I found them, but now I kind of look them up and see if they're worth picking up. This was one of Robert's retail arbitrage moments. We went to IKEA to look at stuff while we were there. He picked up this alien plush to resell. It took about a month and a half to sell. How much did you pay for it initially?
I think $6.
I think $6, and we sold it for $15.25. Picked these up at an estate sale this last year. Bought a whole set of this. There was this beehive plastic bowl. They're plastic by Majestic. There was a pitcher. There were cups. There was a platter. I sold the cups instantly. I want to say like $80 or something. I've sold the pitcher. I think I may still have the platter. But this bowl sold for $89 and no, 89, $29.95.
Did you list that IKEA plush as new or used?
New.
New, because we bought it
We
at the
bought
store.
it new.
At the store, so that was one we,
It's one of the exceptions. If I have personally bought it at a store, I'm going to list it new. Otherwise, I do not. Even if I see paper tags on stuff, I do not list them as new. All right, Disney Parks Finding Dory, Nemo, Hank the Octopus plush, $10.75.
So the next time we go to St. Louis, I'm gonna buy 2 or 3 of those aliens.
Oh, I don't think so. By then, they will have been out and be more accessible to people probably.
Nope.
I think those were kind of new.
I'm still buying them.
Stuffins, Sherman and Snidely Whiplash plush set. These were a Ben's pickup. Sold for $15.25. If you're new to my channel, when I say it's a Ben's pickup, we routinely, many times, well, 3 or 4 or 5 times a year, we try to go to the Goodwill outlets. Typically it's St. Louis because Robert has family there. But sometimes, in the past, we've been to Indianapolis. Where else have we been? Nashville, Charlotte. If we're passing through some of these other areas, sometimes we'll stop.
But the places that we actually go to the Ben's are
St. Louis.
We've been to St. Louis, Indianapolis, and
Nashville.
We haven't been to Indianapolis since we started going to we found out they had 2 in St. Louis, but we're going back there. Hopefully later this year we'll make a trip up to Indy just for old time's sake and stop and see Melissa and Darren.
Mm-hmm. All right, Fisher-Price Little People Main Street. There's actually 2 different roads that go to that set. One is, straight. One is curved. This one sold really quickly, $15. Ann Taylor women's leggings sold for $13.28. Another puzzle. This one we did put together. It is a hometown collection. 1,000 piece, sold for $8.96. We finished a puzzle last night. Really nice comps on it. Better than average for us. Missing 2 pieces. Very disappointing.
It was a fun puzzle, though.
It was fun. This is Wonder Art Christmas Santa Claus Kit, sold for $9.86. Kids Preferred Peter Rabbit Plush, $8.05. I don't pick up Peter Rabbit very often anymore, unless it's like the really old vintage stuff. I think this is officially the first thing that has sold from this recent estate sale that we have talked to you guys about. I think we've shown you a haul, the first day, the haul from that, and then we've shown you 3 of the dolls that we picked up, and we went back.
That's a third time.
Yep, we went back a 3rd time. But this was inside of a Where's Waldo backpack. And this Rev and Go racing car sold, I think the same day I listed it, $12. Walmart Tan Dog Plush from 2018 sold for $15. This is from the peanut slot that we picked up last summer. Paid $150 for 4 totes of them. Most of it is listed. This was a Chex Mix metal tin and like doghouse bank, sold for $10. Tommy Jeans men's denim button-up long sleeve shirt was a nice turn flip, $30.35. Newport News shipbuilding snapback hat. Robert picked this up last year sometime, sold for $11. And then this also I picked up at the most recent estate sale. I want to say I paid $8 that day for it. It was the first day that we went, and it sold, again, I think the same day I listed it, $24.95.
$8. We don't normally do 8 into 25, but 8 into 25 in a week.
Less than a week, a
I will
day.
I will do that. The big bazillionaire Wall Street people would love to flip 8 into 25 in a week.
Yep. All right, this was my surprise find because it was in the bag. I showed you guys the McDonald's Lego set that I picked up at that estate sale was in a Ziploc bag. And in the bottom of the bag were a few blocks and this. And I didn't even look at them. I thought they were just like a McDonald's Lego car or a Lego base. But it wasn't. This, when I looked on the bottom, said Tyco Stomper. I have found Stompers in the past, so I knew it was something great. But again, I couldn't find one that looked like mine. And so I ended up having to go to WorthPoint and realized I was planning on listing it for like $25 or $30. I realized it was something very unique. And so I bumped the price up to $49.95 and it sold instantly. Anytime you get these bases, there's a topper for it, but you don't even have to have that. This, the lights came on, the wheels were supposed to move. They do not. Can you imagine what I could have sold it for if the wheels had moved? I had found a listing on WorthPoint. I think I double checked it then in Terapeak just to confirm the prices. And yeah, it was the same thing. The light worked, the wheels did not. $50. Right, Volcom women's girl PNT ski snowboard pants. I think we picked these up when we were up in Connecticut at the bins. I remember finding these and looking that Volcom up, realized it was something pretty good. And they sold for $35.71. Toys R Us brown dog plush with the corduroy ears. Anytime I see corduroy on a plush, it's worth looking up. They just tend sometimes to be something unique. This one sold for $26.95. Thai Gravy from Bob Evans. There's two different dogs. One is Gravy. I think the other one is Biscuit. These were from Thai. I have found them under a different brand. I don't remember what it was. Anytime I find them, I pick them up. They always sell for me. I was a little bit, it's Thai, but I went ahead and picked it up. $16.16. And then last but not least, I picked this up, I think, at a yard sale this past summer. Picked up a couple of Fuller. I remember there was like a brush to pick up crumbs. And then this. It's a acrylic hand mirror, double-sided, and it sold for $13. All right. I hope my sales are in the upward trending now that I've gone back and given eBay their extra promoted fees. But only time will tell, you know what I mean? It could just be a fluke that I've actually had a really good week. It is what it is, right? All right, y'all. I'm going to turn right around and make my next haul video so that we'll have it out this week. Again, we're leaving Thursday to go to Peaches to the Beaches. Get away, have a little break, do some sourcing, get some footage for our picking channel, and then when we get back, we'll do haul videos for you guys also. But it's time to go to work. Bye.